Welcome to Attican Plays Railroad Corporation. All right, hi, this is Attican and welcome to a new series, Series 3 of Railroad Corporation. We're going to play through the 6 new campaign missions in this series, 7 through 12. And they are pretty good ones. I've had a look at them and there's some really good stuff going on here. Hats off to the developers for doing a good job cleaning up some of the major flaws, if you will, in the early access. So the game is out of early access. It has recently gone into production and it's looking pretty good. So our first mission here, campaign mission 7, this is chapter 2. I don't know if they call it chapter 2. I think it's mission 7. I don't think it's chapter 2, mission 1. But anyway, chapter 2, mission 7, the port is all about the city of New Orleans. So let's go ahead and jump in here and see what we've got. All right, so we start out in this little town of Columbus, a level 5 city. I go by the counter here on the how many passengers it can produce. So any little town that doesn't have people is a level 0 city or a level 0 town. And we've got a level 5 here. We've got Tuscaloosa down near us is level 7. We go further down here to the south and we see a nice town, Mobile, Alabama, which is a level 30. That's a beauty. Then we go to a real beauty, New Orleans itself, which is a level 40. That's awesome. And then we've got a couple of small towns, two small towns with people, Natchez and Vicksburg. And over here we have a competitor. This is new. We have competitors now. Our competitor, the Railroad Union, is starting in a little town, level 5 city of El Dorado. And then one last town worth looking at definitely is Memphis, which is another level 40 city. So what are we going to do to attack this? Well, the very first thing we're going to do is upgrade our office and set up a finance department so we have access to bonds and to loans. And then we're going to look at our early game strategy. So the game kind of has early, mid, and late, like so many of these games. And early is really about surviving. It's about coming up with a way to start turning a profit without going too far in the hole and ended up in those awful red numbers where you're paying daily interest rates and daily interest fees and all that horrible stuff, and end up going bankrupt. So we are going to try to come up with a strong early economy that is really going to rock and roll for us. So the way we're going to do that, many of you know from my Railway Empire series that I am a train spammer. I am an unapologetic train spammer. I like to run a lot of trains in a train game. And I'm going to explain to you how this is a train game and how this is not a train game. And that's not a bad knock either. It's just a different take. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go to Columbus, take Columbus, and we're going to run up here to Memphis. And we're certainly not going to do it like that with one block in it. We want to set a whole bunch of blocks. That was 106, by the way. And now let's go in little steps. And what we're going to do, and it's kind of a thing about this game, is if you lay it out in little tiny blocks like this, you get 2 benefits. Number 1 is that you set up a lot of blocks. So for those of you who don't know trains at all, a block is an area a train looks into the next one to see if he can go. If it's free, if the signal, in this case, if we had signals, the signal would tell him it could go, or the engineer of the train just looks and sees, am I clear to go? And the more you have, the more the trains can kind of run behind one another going up through there. The second thing is it makes the line much cheaper. Remember, we had a direct line with a bridge and one block for $102,000, and we just built that for $33,900. So good deal there. And of course, one key, we went around, we didn't build the bridge. But now we have a line that we can run trains on. Now, that's the good news. The bad news is that the only train we have is the best friend. Our go-kart on tracks. So that's okay. We're going to spam some best friends to get started. So we're going to set up a line. We're going to buy one and set up a line. Now they can only carry a couple of passengers at a time. We're going to set up a line and we're going to make optional load in Columbus. And we're going to go up here to Memphis. And Memphis is going to be mandatory because we'll have no trouble getting full trains. We could set it optional too, it wouldn't matter, but they're going to come back full. So that's going to be our first line. And we are going to spam some trains. I'd like to have 6 trains running back and forth. So we'll apply, and we'll copy into another one, and we'll copy into another one, and then we're going to go issue a bond. Biggest bond we can, spread the payments so we don't have too much pressure to pay it back right away. And then see, how many trains do we have? We have 3, so let's keep going. I want to have at least 6. Actually, I want to have exactly 6. That's 4, 5, and 6. All right, and that pretty much ate up our money, except we can still maybe not. What can we do? Yeah. We want them when they get up here to turn around quickly. So we're going to put in a repair shop and we're going to level it up. Yeah, we got to leave some money. This game, you need some cash. This is a cash flow game. So, so we've got repair set, and I'm going to start this, and as they're running, I'm going to go ahead and set them up for repair. I don't like to wait so long on the repair. Now that message tells us that if we do things right with our research, we'll be very happy. That's the message it's giving us, and I quite agree, and we're going to try to do that. As soon as we can afford it, we're going to get into research. And the research is all about the trains. What's the engine that you can run, and how updated, upgraded is it? So we got our 6 trains running up to Memphis. Now, notice how they've kind of spaced out and they're all running one behind the other. And you might think, well, that's awful. They're going to get up here and they're going to have to wait. Well, what's going to happen is, as one is being repaired, the first few get repaired, the last ones are coming in, and then they can all kind of turn around and do the same little dance at the other end. So as we make this money, we're going to get more filling stations and more repair shops so that we can repair and turn these trains around as quickly as possible. So we got a couple on that end. Now we're broke. Oh, that's not good. And we didn't have any passengers, so let's take out a loan for what we can. Short-term loan, a little bridge loan, and that didn't keep us unbroke very long. That's okay. Well, now we'll have money coming back, and we're going to have to eat some interest here. You'll see our debt accumulating and growing. So we are accumulating debt as we go along, but as we get down here, start bringing trains in, we'll get back in the good side. And we've got that side set up fairly well for turnaround. Might consider doing this side first. Actually, they were already up there. Oh well, that might be a thought for next time. So here comes our 6 trains in. Each of them are full. And you can see each of them going to bring us in almost $8,000. We're already back in the black. And now we'll gain and go ahead and let all those come in. And there, we just paid off our loan and went in debt again, but now we're back out. So, okay, we're good. We're good. Now all they're doing on this end is refilling, so as soon as that train comes in, boom, off they'll go. And there's one thing they seem to do. A train can sit out here and they'll pass right through each other. I think it's meant to kind of simulate the idea of a side track that the incoming train sits on and gets out of the way. While the train comes out of the station and clears its track. But they will, that's one time they will pass through each other, right in front of the station. All right, so we're making money. We've got a $50,000 debt we got to cover, but we're looking pretty good toward getting toward that. So let's go ahead and see if we can't get R&D. So we're going to have to upgrade, start the process. Any money coming in up there? Yeah, a little bit. Let's upgrade again. Got to watch your cash though, because we're going to have to pay for our refill and repair up here. $10,000. No, we can't afford that. And our research, what we want to do now is just go right out through here and just keep going. So this is different from the chapter 1. In chapter 2, all these trains, all the way through to the Mogul, which is a new one, are available for research if you work your way out through them to them. And that's our going to be our strategy, is to work our way out to these better trains. So as soon as we have some money, we'll get that started. Good deal. We'll put everybody we have on it. And when we have some more money, we'll upgrade again. That's 35,000. We're not going to do doing that for a bit. All right, so we'll stick with level 2 for now. It's chugging along nicely. We want to get over here and get that John Bull. There's that same rhythm. 6 of them come in, and that last one's just about there, and they take off again. We'll keep our eyes out for any legislation that matters to us. Right now, there isn't any. Did I mention we have a competitor? Yeah, I think I did. He's right over there. You can see what he's up to. He's got grain running into El Dorado. He's got logs running in, and he's getting ready to set up a line into this steel mill. He's probably going to go up there and grab those, which is not a bad plan, and get some coal and ore going into Pine Bluff. Not a bad idea. In case you haven't figured out, I'm not overly concerned about our competitor. I'm just not. Okay, let's upgrade this. Get our large research going. Oh, that's complete now. All right, as soon as we have 18,000, we can start. Well, we do. I'm gonna hold off because of our expenses. If we get down to 2,000, our expenses might take us negative again. So we'll wait until our trains come back, and then we'll start researching the John Bull. Now, let me explain the whole idea, the whole theory behind this kind of train spam running passengers deal. Oh, first of all, let's look at this. Sells weapons lower. Oh, that's great. I don't have any customers for weapons, so I don't care about that legislation. See how our money's dropping as our expenses, as we're paying upkeep expenses on our buildings and our equipment. But here we go, we're gathering up some money. Let's fire off that John Bull research and put everybody on it. So 56 days and we'll have the John Bull. Now, these contracts are typically worthless, I have to say. It's typically to a place you couldn't possibly reach. Although Tuscaloosa, we could take coal ore to Tuscaloosa. That could be done. Where are we? Let's make this faster up here. A third and another upgrade. Third repair shop. We've just about got this one the way I like them. Filling, and once that train gets in, once we make a little money, I'll throw one more in there, and we'll have Memphis the way I like to have the station set up, as far as maintenance and repairs. Okay, so I think that's all we can do. Yep, it is. So we've got 3 refill stations, 3 repair, and a filling speed upgrade of 25 and a faster maintenance of 10%. So that's about as good as they're going to let us get. So we'll turn these trains around faster up here, and we could work on our turnaround down here as well, at least the refill part of it, but I'm not going to spend a lot of money on that because I don't see this being this is not going to be our big line for long. Never fear, we're going to go elsewhere with this. How's our oh, we've got the John Bull. Okay, so I'm going to, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to go out here and look at this guy right here, put everybody on fuel consumption for all trains. And as we bring these people in, T2, we're going to scrap him. I'm going to tell this one to pause when it comes in. And then go. And scrap him. T3, we're going to scrap him. And scrap him. We've got 2 more coming in. And 1 more. I could copy his line, but I'm just going to scrap him and start fresh. Okay, let's get him before he starts spending our money on fuel. All right, so now we should have no trains. That's correct. But we've got a lot of cash. So the first thing we're going to do here is, it's only 20 days left on that, but we're going to repay that bond. It only costs us $50,000 to redeem it. Then let's see if we can't open a bigger bond. And lo and behold, we can. So now we've got $136,000 to play with. The first thing we're going to do is spam some more trains. So we're going to, now we can run 4 passengers each way. Make sure they're optional coming out of Columbus. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if I can get 6, 22, 8, 80. I want 6. Trains. Okay, we got 6. Now we have, instead of 12 coming back slowly to Columbus, we'll have 24 coming back more quickly. And we've got our research done on this. We're going we need 28,000 to do the DeWitt Clinton. That'll be our next bond move. When we get the 100,000, we'll run this, get 100,000 to a bond. I think you can get the idea. I do want to get to New Orleans. Obviously, we have to beat the red guy. It's not going to be a problem, honestly. But I don't want to get there too fast. I want to get there with some strength, and some strength would mean with a better train. Yes, we know we're red. Won't be for long. There we go. Yeah, so you're not getting much going that way. So we're going to be going to go through this little cycle again where we run red. All right, fellas, you need to start getting back down there and get us money before I blow this whole thing and get 50,000 in debt and get fired. Oh, we must have got, last train had some people on it because our debt actually decreased there a little bit. But it's going back up rapidly. Not a problem, though, not a problem. We've got 24 people coming in here at 300 per mile. So we're going to make very good money here. About 16,000 a train. We've got 6 trains coming in. Now, I don't think I talked about. I think I got cut off by that sells weapons lower. You have to kind of think about your people. No, I don't. How much is that? 28,000. There we go. Now we can afford it. So your people are just another good that you're buying and selling. The difference is passengers, people, and mail are free. So you don't pay for them, but you are in a way buying them and then you're selling them at another city. And what an example is, these people don't have a destination. So there's people on this train right here, T9. There's probably, is there anybody on it? I can't click it. You. Yeah, there's 3 people on that train right there. Well, or 3 loads of people. Well, I could, if we had another line set up down to say New Orleans, I could change that route right now and take these people to New Orleans. They get off and be happy and make us a bunch of money. So they don't really, these aren't passengers like passengers trying to go someplace. These are just assets that we can kind of buy and sell, and we buy them for zero. That's why they're so powerful. That's why mail is so great, because you're buying it for zero. And that's why you want these long lines, because you get paid more for the long lines. If you deliver passengers and mail over a distance, you get paid per 100 miles. See, $4.88 per 100 miles for the mail, $300 per 100 miles for the passengers. So that's how you really make your money. Where are we on our debt? We need 100,000. Oh, where are we on our research? Oh, okay. Got 8 days left for the Clinton. We do not want the Clinton. I don't like the DeWitt Clinton at all. I want to get at least to the Jervis in this playthrough. That's my goal. So we'll improve every locomotive's max speed and get out there to the Jervis. So we're letting this one line kind of fund our research and get us started, and it's making very good money for us. And we could go out, of course, and lay more track, start moving down toward New Orleans. And yes, do we want a sweetheart line between Memphis and New Orleans? You better believe it. 4 passengers each way on the John Bulls. Okay, now we're getting plenty of money. I think what I'd like to do is actually use that money to redeem that bond and open a bigger bond, and then we'll get into our next thing we want to get into. Okay, we're about ready for the Jervis, so all hands on deck. 75 days and we'll have a Jervis. Much, much better train. it looks like our Jervis is going to hit just about right for our trains to hit right down here, so we can do another upgrade. What did I do? Oops, sorry. Okay, we have the Jervis. What's next? Okay, let's pause this for a second so I can keep up. We are going to redeem our bond. We have 105, we redeem it, we have 5. Now we're going to issue another bond, a bigger bond. So now we have more money, another 45,000, and an entire year to pay it off. So we have more money to play with. We're going to swap out all these Jervises. And we're going to go get our real line, the line that's going to make us lots of money. $59,000, no problema. Perfect. Okay. So now we're going to take these. Now shucks, I've already lost passengers. That's okay. I'm too slow. Okay, we got 2 more coming in. We'll let those guys come in. 3 more. And we give us our first task here related to New Orleans. We have to give it cotton, so we'll have a warehouse right down there. Thing we have to put in some cotton. No problem. All right, pause because I think I'm doing it again. I'm losing all my passengers. Oh well. You should have set all those trains to pause. Well, this is okay. There's only 2 passengers in Columbus, so that's going to allow me to do what I was planning on doing without without feeling guilty. Here's what we're going to do now. We now have the Jervis. We're going to take the Jervis and see how many we can run of it. It looks like it can only run 3, but it's at 60 miles an hour. No. We're going to skip that one altogether. Get repaired. And yes, I could skip that first repair, but I'm not going to. I'm too lazy. I'll forget it. I'll mess it up. Apply. I'm going to take some of this money and to start with, put it into repairs because I want to repair. It's a long trip. I want to repair on both ends. And now we're going to spam trains. I want probably 8 running this line, and we can even spam some more back here if we have the funds. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. I guess we'll do 6. Okay. That'll do. Now that will run full, 3 passengers each way, and have a higher ticket price because they're going to get a longer route. And because it's a faster train, it's a good one to run on that longer route. And we're going to, when we get some money down here, we'll make our turnaround and we'll upgrade to New Orleans Station so that we can turn around on both ends very quickly, because we'll have, at this point, pretty much unlimited passengers. I mean, those 6 trains cannot empty out these 2 stations. There's no way. So as the funds come in, we'll upgrade our station and put in what we like to see. There we go. Now we've got great stations on both ends. We've got 6 trains running, and we've got good money coming in. And we need to start working on our task here. We've got a cotton field right here, and I like 0 price for my items. So for cash flow control purposes, I like to buy everything I deal with. So we're going to try to buy that, and it worked. He could have bid against us, but I don't think he's strong enough to put up much of an argument. You can see he's got a lot of, yeah, he did just what I thought. He's up here getting ore and coal and bringing it into that steel mill. And it doesn't look like he has a customer for his steel, though, so that'll dry up on him eventually. But that's not a bad, he's doing all right. He's doing okay. Doing what probably a lot of people would do to play the game. All right, so we've got, let's set this up. Oh, and before I do that, I'm going to steal 2 of these fellows and just let them sit there in New Orleans. Need to wait till we get a couple of trains back up, but you notice, look at it, after watching those best friends, look at these things, they're just flying up through there. That's a beautiful sight to see. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So there's our line. Now let's pause again and check this out. What we want to do now is take these 2 that we held back. Where are they? I think I forgot to hit apply. Shoot. I was being so smart. I did. I let them run. All right. We'll just do that. Crapola. All right, we'll just do this then. And I'm not going to be smart and let them pick up stuff as they go. I'm just going to go down here and say, grab 4 cotton and take it to our contract, get repaired, apply, clone, no, don't clone, go till we have some money. Clone, and there we go. Now we've got a couple people delivering cotton into New Orleans after they worked their way down there. Man, it would have been so good if I had done it the right way. Oh, and we need some more trains on our sweetheart line here. Okay, what do we got here? Sells cotton higher. Well, no thank you. I thought we had, oh, we don't have a law department. Let's fix that. Let's put in a law lobby. We don't need a huge one. We should be able to knock this down. Oh no, we own that. We don't even care. I just built a law lobby for nothing. We own this. This is one of the sillier things about the game is they'll give you these laws, sells cotton higher, but I own this. No, they don't sell it higher. What's this one over here? Sells whiskey lower. Well, if there was any whiskey there to buy, we would like that one. So we'll keep our law office in case we get a change in some of this. All right, the other thing we want to do here, we've got a bunch of trains. We want double track. We want this sweetheart line to truly be a sweetheart. So I'm going to use the technique that I like to use the most, which is, well, you'll see. And no, track laying is not wonderful, but it can be done. Okay, now a perfectly legitimate way to do this would be to just bring it into that station there or whatever. What we're going to do is run this down as far as we can without actually connecting. Like that. 45, yep, we can afford that. Confirm that. Then we're going to connect up these lines like so. We get this nice 120 mile an hour straight in shot. Confirm that. Delete the excess, and now we've got a, they don't even slow down as they come into the station. They slam on the brakes at the end, we hope. And then we can go up there to the other end. Slow on, come on. It's a long way up there. All right, and then what we're going to do here is take off that little bit we had to build in order to make it start. I could have just run it out of that, I guess, in hindsight. In fact, I'm going to run it into that. That's what I should have done. And then we're going to tie it off and get us a nice, faster connection in here. That's good enough. We could probably maybe go the other way and go faster, but that's okay. 60 miles an hour, no problem. And what did I just do? I just brought it to the outside one. That is not what I meant to do. Let's kill that and start over. I want to bring it into this one. Clean up the overage. Now we've got a nice fast run in and out of there. So now we've got double track and we can run some trains. Now they're all down here for now, but eventually we can run some more. In fact, what do we got? 6 running that line? Let's bump it up to at least 8. And I've lost track of my research. Okay. As soon as we get some more money, we'll start the Memnon, which is 72,000. Now here's a change. Once you get a whole bunch of trains, your price for locomotives goes way up. I don't care. I guess a better player maybe would keep his number right at that maximum, but no thank you. I'd rather pay the extra upkeep and make more money. Okay, now we've finished our first task. Now we're delivering cotton. That's a good thing. And why are these guys waiting? Yeah, they're waiting for free track probably because, yeah, these trains got on both sides of the track. You just can't control that. Once you get a rhythm going, they typically, you know, they'll end up naturally running on both tracks. But at first, it's just now it's like that. Now we've got them going up the screen on the right, down the screen on the right, so that's good. All right, we got a lot of money here too. Let's not waste time here. Let's redeem our bond. Now, do we want more? Let's see, that was a 150. Oh, good. We can make an even bigger bond. Now we've got 300,000 to play with and another year to pay it off. Okay. What to do, what to do. All right. We've got a nice big city here and a nice big city here, and there's no reason they can't just be sending people. Now, I'm going to go out to sending mail, and oh, we need mail too. Oh, okay, we'll do that in a minute. We're going to go out this way, even if it means a little slower track, to cut down the congestion in anticipation that we'll be bringing other stuff into New Orleans. I mean, that is the point of this exercise. This mission is about bringing stuff to New Orleans, so we got to assume there's going to be more freight coming in there. Well, more freight period. Let's see here. And we can go ahead, we've got the money now, we can go ahead and do this one right, so to speak. Upgrade it. And we could reassign trains, but I'm not going to go there. See, the Jervis, the Memnon we don't want. Would love to get, oh, we can't research it though. What are we doing here? Okay, we'll research the Memnon, and we're going to double track this line right off the bat. And again, this is a perfectly legitimate double track right here. You could use both lines and it would work just fine, but I want to open up that third socket for other stuff. I want this top one here to be available in case we want to run anything else into Mobile. All right, so now we got a beautiful double track. Let's just let's do our mail line. And I'm going to have it repair on both ends. It'll be quick, short repairs rather than one slightly longer one. And we'll copy that. And yes, I know I could be sending passengers from Columbus to Memphis and then Memphis to New Orleans, and I just don't want to mess with it. It's a whole lot like work. Let's run a couple of mail trains. We could run more, but we're going to get a lot of traffic coming down here. Again, because of the way the supply works, it doesn't matter if our trains run in right behind each other. It's just, even with the passengers, it's the same thing. You don't have to space them out or make them come in on a schedule or anything like that. Just make them come. All right, and then we want some, oh, we ran to spend all our money. Okay, I want to get a couple of trains running passengers between New Orleans and three. Okay, there's a couple running passengers. All right. What happened there? Did something good happen? No. Just a bunch of laws got passed, I guess. Okay, we're about halfway through our cotton delivery. I mean, we could run some trains here, you know, same way we did before. I'm going to leave that, we're just going to leave that free so that we can get trains out quickly. We won't worry about the fact that there's 10 passengers. Yeah, we could do this. We could at least do this. Go out the other end here. Where's Tuscaloosa? There it is. Okay, we can at least run one train. One train to Tuscaloosa. That may look like a terrible traffic jam. It isn't at all. That's beautiful. We're getting 3 of them serviced and ready to go at a time. We can turn them around. Look how quickly we turn them all around and send them back out. Beautiful. We're almost done with our first task here. Our second task. We already did the first one. How are we on our bond? $250. Let's go ahead and save up the money and pay that off and decide what we want to get into next. Oh. Get over here. Now, we're still working on the Memnon. That takes a while. Okay, now we're cash only basis, at least for the moment. Now, we want to bring textiles into New Orleans. Okay, let's stop for a second. And we just closed our bond so we can open a bigger one. And textiles. There's a textile factory over here in Gainestown we could use very easily. Yeah, but we own this over here, and we don't want to run them across and get them in all that traffic. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to buy this thing. Buy some land in New Orleans. And our buddy didn't have any objection. Pause, please. So we are going to put in a textile factory. What easier way to get textiles into the city than have a factory there? We're going to tell our these guys, which we need to edit anyway, to unload now in the textile factory and then load textiles if they are available. Then add New Orleans as another stop and unload into our contract and get your maintenance then. And there should be a second one. That's T19. Okay, this guy who's asleep, his contract has been fulfilled. Unload into that, load textiles if they exist. Unload them into our contract. There we go. All right, so those 2 trains will take care of that contract nicely for us. Now something new. 200 passengers to the port of New Orleans. Now this one, here's the deal with this. We're going to need to feed a lot of passengers into City Hall into this contract. 200 of them. We're not going to get paid for it. And if you'll notice, there's no reward other than experience. So, I mean, we could choose not to do it if we were worried about our money. But here's what I think we're going to do. Oh, yeah, no problem. What we're going to do, it's going to cut our income in half, so to speak, because what's going to happen now is all these trains going into New Orleans are not going to make money, but when they go out the other way at the other end, they will make money. So it's going to cut our passenger revenue in half, but we can certainly afford that. That is not a problem. No, we don't even have any open bonds. We're in great shape. Okay. Oh, now I got to find all these trains and say, go to the contract. Wasn't there a train right there? Where'd that train go? Look, there's a train right there. He disappears when you get close to him. He's got a cloaking device, I guess. Yeah. Any developer watching, make note of that. Look at that. That train disappears too. See what I mean about these people aren't going anywhere in particular, they're just going. We can just get them on the train and then tell them where they're going to go. I feel like there should be more trains in here too. Something strange is happening. Whoops, wrong place. New Orleans. That should do it. If I missed one, that's okay. We'll just make more money on it, make more profit. That should give us a steady flow of contract fulfillment. We should start seeing contract fulfillment on our, yeah, here we go. We should see these guys move over here. Yep, there we go. So we're starting to fulfill our textiles, and we've got 21 people, 7 trains have come in already with passengers. We don't want that, do we? I don't know. No, I don't want it. He's got it. I don't want to use his track. No thanks. Okay, let's pause here. All right. So we are off to a great start. We finished connecting to New Orleans. We have delivered cotton into New Orleans. We're starting to deliver textiles into New Orleans. We're off to a great start delivering passengers into New Orleans, and we've got mail line, passenger line, mail line, passenger line running. We could run more of these passenger trains and mail trains. And we've got our little line over here making a couple of dollars. Oh, look at this. We could even run mail. Oh, this would be good. We could run mail. Yeah, I think I'll do that. We can run mail from Columbus to Memphis. Okay. So let's stop right here. That's a good place to stop for our first episode. Hope you enjoyed this. I didn't mention it before, but hit that like button if you want this to continue. As soon as I see 50 likes on this video, I'll put out episode 2. Hope you enjoyed this. I certainly enjoyed playing it, and we'll hopefully see you for the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it'll help you become a better player, and I hope you'll join us for our next Railroad Corporation video. Thank you.